So what happens after the ending of Avengers Endgame where we see old Steve Rogers? Did he just give the shield to him and then that's the last anybody sees of him or hears from him, especially us the fans? Well, as it turns out, we're actually going to get an explanation of what happens to Steve after that. So in a recent interview with Empire Magazine, Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige got to talk a lot more about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, specifically hyping up the next iteration of the Captain America franchise, and then he was asked about Chris Evans' version of Steve Rogers, specifically the elder version of the characters. And he says that in a roundabout way, they are going to talk about what happens with this character and what is the situation with old Steve and what exactly happened to him after he gives Sam the shield. Now, my takeaway from this, especially with a quote that says in a roundabout way, is the fact that they're not going to show Steve. Again, I don't think he's appearing in this, but I think you have that moment where Falcon and Bucky talk about that experience, what happened, him showing up, passing off the shield, and where he goes to, his happy life he's living, or maybe a sad life now, we don't really know, and whether they asked him if he'd ever consider coming back and he joked with them or something. I think something like that is very much a possibility, because they're going to have to touch upon it, because they're both really good friends with him from different time periods. Just ignoring that would be, well, it'd be pointless and stupid. And he specifically wanted to elaborate on this a little bit further, saying these guys were both best friends with Steve at different times, and then he's there with both of them. Now, what happens when he's gone? Are those two still friends? Was Steve the thing that was keeping them to be friends? And they're going to explore those elements and what comes of having a friendship with Steve and how close each one was with him. And I think this is honestly awesome. This is the type of character evolution we want with these characters. It's not all about punching and action. It's about these little moments that give us more insight into the universe and the friendships. And if WandaVision has shown us anything, we can't wait to see how this plays out with these characters. Now let's talk about it here. People have been suspecting that the reason there's that clip of Falcon holding the shield is because it's Cap's funeral. I don't think so. I think that's the government ripping the shield away from him. Could be wrong. I guess we'll find out real soon, but I don't think you kill off Steve off screen. Boy, that would be doing the character real dirty.